Good evening and thank you for joining us. Moses, pretty big opportunity for some local girls there.
Well, you know what, I just summed it up in that little intro, so I don't have to say much. No, but no, it's a really great opportunity for 3 young ladies to go to Edmonton and, again, showcase their stuff.
Fantastic. Well, we'll look forward to that. At least, not really looking forward to any snow, I guess, but at least the temperatures are staying pretty mild.
Yeah, unfortunately, no snow on the ground right now. We are going to be getting some pretty strange temperatures tonight, though. It's going to be warming up a lot overnight. Right now, though, in Lloydminster, we're sitting at 0 degrees and a 58% humidity. Some stronger winds coming in at 26 kilometers per hour from the west-northwest, cooling things down and bringing our wind chill to -6. Our normals for today are a high of -10 and a low of -20, so we are far exceeding those. Currently in the Lakeland region, it's also 0 and partly cloudy, and cooling down in the Battlefords at -1 and mostly cloudy, getting some stronger winds in both these regions as well, around 35 kilometers per hour. More to come on your local forecast in a few minutes.
RCMP are looking for the man facing charges after a shooting in Onion Lake on Saturday afternoon. Another 19-year-old Onion Lake man was shot after a fight, and police have said from the outset that this was not a random act. A warrant has now been issued for 24-year-old Matthew Edward Leckie of Onion Lake. He's charged with aggravated assault and a firearm-related offense. The victim is recovering in hospital. The investigation is continuing with more charges expected. Leckie is described as 6 feet tall, 180 pounds with short black hair. Police consider Leckie a risk. If you see him, do not approach him. Instead, call your local RCMP or Crime Stoppers. 2 people from Lloydminster are facing provincial charges after abusing the 911 emergency system. Police are releasing few details about the 2 unrelated calls from early November, but allege that both tied up police and diverted resources from more pressing matters. 38-year-old Darlene Deschamps and 37-year-old Christopher Janung appeared in Saskatchewan Provincial Court today. RCMP also want to remind residents the 911 emergency system records all phone calls, including blocked numbers, along with the phone number that's calling and the subscriber's details. They stress 911 is an emergency helpline and is to be used only for that reason, and further abuse of the system may result in more provincial charges. The Northern Lights School Division has decided what they're going to do with their portion of the money the province is reinvesting in education. $107 million has been pumped into the school systems across Alberta, a promise that Premier Alison Redford made during her campaign after the previous administration made cuts. Northern Lights' portion is around $1 million.
Of that $715,000, the vast majority of it, I would say close to 100% of it, was spent on teachers and or paraprofessional staff to assist students with programming.
The rest of the money was put back into the Alberta Initiative for School Improvement, a fund which took a big hit when the cuts were made.
When the money was cut initially, Minister Hancock cut 50% funding to AC. Across the province, about $70 million per year for an AC project, which
$65 million of the 107 was spent hiring over 600 new teachers across the province. 2011 is winding down to a close, but for some organizations, their fun is just beginning. The Rotary Club and Salvation Army have teamed up to bring a Merry Christmas to those less fortunate around the community. As Elise Cox explains, there's a lot of work to be done.
The Rotary Club held its annual Christmas luncheon where they raffled off donation prizes like satellite radios, poker sets, golf attire, and some baked pies.
Throughout the year, we're always raising money to support some needed things in the community.
Through their various fundraisers and donations, the Rotary Club has proven to be a valuable asset to the community. But when it comes to the Christmas season, the teamwork between the club and the Salvation Army helps bring needed donations through their kettle program.
Several locations around town, and we try to raise some money. All the proceeds go to the Salvation Army, so that's how we help out.
And the donations that the Salvation Army receives?
Wow, they're everything. I mean, if people don't donate to us, we struggle with being able to assist.
The Salvation Army is always accepting donations throughout the year and especially around the Christmas season. But this year, a new type of donation has arrived: gift cards.
People that made donations with gift cards, it was wonderful. $25 went, you know, the eyes on people were like, really, I can go buy candy and I can go buy specialty creamer or whipping cream, you know, can go buy fresh vegetables. It was wonderful.
The Salvation Army is also putting on its annual free Christmas dinner. This year, though, it's at the St. John's Anglican Church between 2 and 4.
If they don't have the means to provide for themselves, or if they just want to come and hang out, they're welcome to come join us.
Elise Cox, Newcap News.
Well, Christmas shopping is wrapping up for most people, seeing as there's less than a week until Christmas. Unfortunately, some Lloydminster homes have bare floors under their trees, but thanks to some very generous people, that's going to change over the next couple of days.
Okay, so our final bag here. Let's make this a good trip, eh?
After weeks of collecting presents, the gift of Christmas is making its first deliveries today.
Christmas is all about kids, really, so it's always nice to make Christmas special for them.
Donations this season surpassed last year's totals. The community brought in enough toys to help 100 families, 239.
They're not expecting us, so that's part of the fun too. You really get a feel like, you know, you're one of Santa's elves bringing all this joy to folks.
Newcap will continue to deliver gifts to community families until Tuesday night.